Well, you don't run across a story like this next one every day, the kind that can inspire people to really go further than they ever thought possible.
Terry Hitchcock ran 75 consecutive marathons in 75 consecutive days, a journey captured in an award-winning documentary.
Eddie Stevens is the co-producer of My Run, which premieres nationwide, including here in West Michigan this week. I find this almost too amazing to believe.
Yes.
And so you've chronicled this story. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's an incredible story. When I first heard about it, I had the same reaction as you did, but it tells the story of Terry Hitchcock, who after losing his wife to breast cancer in 1984, had to raise their 3 kids on his own. So when they were older, to bring attention to the struggles and challenges of single parents, he wanted to find a way to get that out there. So he ran in 1996 from St. Paul, Minnesota, to Atlanta, Georgia for the start of the 1996 Summer Olympic Games. And it turned out to be the equivalent of 75 marathons consecutive in 75 consecutive days. So it was he kept asking himself, why didn't God take him when his wife died? And he said he finally learned what his purpose was, and that's what he did. Just
so
incredible.
He did this really to bring awareness to single parents and the struggles, basically,
exactly,
that they face.
Now,
That's amazing.
The week after his wife died, he lost his job.
Oh my goodness.
So he turned that tragedy and struggle into a way of just really trying to reach out and help someone. And as the theme of the movie is really that anybody can be somebody's hero if you just focus and find out what that is.
And how did you get inspired and connected to this? A man living in West Michigan, and you are not a television producer by trade.
No, I'm not. No. The story goes back to my oldest son, Ryan Stevens, graduated from Forest Hills Eastern. He's a film and television production major out at Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles. So I wanted to understand the business before he graduated. A mutual friend gave me the business plan and the screenplay to My Run, and I read it and was just absolutely blown away by it, and called the director, Tim Van de Steeg, and said, I think you've got something incredible here. And that was about 3 years ago, so it's been a long journey. He got Billy Bob Thornton, the Academy Award winner, to narrate it, and part of the proceeds from that night will be donated to Lance Armstrong's organization Live Strong to help fight cancer.
Wow, wonderful.
Because you do have an upcoming showing that we're going to talk about on Thursday.
Yes.
But I'm just, curious, what kind of response have people given you in seeing this? Because we talk about the inspiration. There are so many different messages that you can get from something like this. What has been the effect?
The first reaction is just disbelief that someone could actually do this. And if you meet Terry, and I got a chance to meet Terry Hitchcock a couple of years ago, you would not look at him and think that this is a man who could do this. He did it. He was 57 years old, had bad knees, was not a runner. But it was just the human spirit that drove him. But the reaction has just been tremendous. It was entered, My Run was entered in about 13 film festivals across the country. It won top prize in 10 of them. And just really been well accepted by the running community, faith-based organization, churches, because as you said, it just has a lot of good messages as part of it.
And you think about this, him then being unexpectedly called to be a single parent of these children. The lessons he taught his own children by accomplishing this just incredible feat. I mean, what a great dad.
Yes, he was. One of the stories that you'll see throughout the movie is that when he started off, all 3 of his children and a couple of their friends were his team. But you can imagine what it would be like to run that many marathons, that many days. So after a few days, everyone abandoned him except for his oldest son. And so the story is of he and his oldest son making this journey to Atlanta, and he accomplished it.
Making this journey through life together,
exactly.
Really. This is on Thursday. Tell us how people can get involved, and if they come out to this one-night premiere, what they can expect to see.
There's a couple of ways. One is a website, www.fathomevents.com/myrun, or you can go to the website of some of the theaters here in Western Michigan. Celebration Cinema North will be the one here in Grand Rapids that I'll be attending, but there are theaters in Holland and Kalamazoo and Battle Creek as well. That night at Celebration Cinema North, very fortunate to have folks from the Metro Health Marathon, from Fifth Third River Bank Run, from Live Strong, as well as the American Cancer Society has an organization called Determination, who helps people go through their challenges by turning to fitness and running. So they'll all be there with booths. So we're hoping to make it a big event. So hopefully a lot of people will come out and see it.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing this great story with us today. We'll have all the information about all the other communities across West Michigan where you can see just this amazing documentary. We'll have that on our website.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie.
Thank you for having me.
Sounds awesome. We'll be right back.
This is 8 West.